Okay.
Let's see if it's actually up on the YouTubes.
I'm checking right now.
With the youths. And they should be able to hear us.
One would hope.
Well, I mean, we went through the first couple of minutes last time, nobody being able to hear us, right?
They weren't able to hear you.
No, they weren't able to hear you and Danny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they can hear
I'm
me
checking
just fine.
right now. All right.
Okay. All right. That's good. Oh, I guess I need to have it open somewhere so I can see the comments, right?
I guess.
Since the OBS thing,
Kara Quinn says he hears us.
the OBS thing no
Hey,
longer
hey,
works where it pops up on the side and I can see it through OBS because we're on YouTube, not Twitch.
Oh.
YouTube doesn't have that same functionality, I guess.
God damn it, Google. Get on it.
For real, yo.
Does Google? Wait, Google doesn't own YouTube, do they?
Yeah, they do.
I thought so.
I don't know. I can't keep track anymore.
100%.
I just assume everybody. I assume they own everybody. Everybody owns everybody.
Right. I do like that Kara Quinn's name on here is KR Quintero.
Right. Well, that is his last name.
I mean,
Yes.
I never knew that until
I did.
Well, I
I know his full. I know. Well, I actually don't know his full legal name, but I know his first and last
I don't
name.
pay attention to stuff. You know, I'm not a details person.
This is true.
It takes me forever to remember people's name.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, look, the D McCarran. It's like a $200+ model that I'm butchering right now.
Well, it's not like you can use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
No,
you don't
guys, I
want to
play
buy
Legends all the time.
a
Yeah,
Because
right.
I don't want to buy. I don't want to buy 6 Norn emissary kits. I'd rather just buy like 3.
Fair enough.
See, yeah. See, 50% off.
That is 100% fair.
Even though they're terrible.
the
They're just too
Norn Queens.
expensive. The Norns, yeah, they're just too expensive. Like, they're good, and I'll have fun playing them, but they're just too pricey for them to be like actually competitive. I think John, Welsh John, will be happy because I think what is it, the Swarm list? I think is going to be pretty good into the meta because they can
The
just do a
unending
lot.
one or the
The unending.
There's a Welsh John?
Yeah, he's one of our listeners. He's pretty active on Twitter. Plays a lot. He played for the Welsh national team at
Yes.
yeah. So I think his Gaunt carpet list gets much better now on Saturday.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm a big fan of anyone who's got the audacity to play 200+ Gaunts like I do. So big ups.
That is true.
Plus, unlike many people, he's not annoying to follow on social media.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's nice.
Any of you guys done the Dark Urge thing?
I started, but I haven't gotten anywhere near far enough for it to matter. I still have to finish my main campaign, which I've been bad on because I've just been getting distracted by a bunch of other stuff.
Like,
Did
I
you guys
feel like
ever
if you're
finish
gonna do
it?
Dark Urge, you've got to be like a Gith Yankee or like a Drow or a Dragonkin of some kind. Tieflings, they look like demons.
Why you gotta be
Racist?
I gotta be racist, dog.
so racist, John? It's literally racist in this case.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, look, it's okay because it's fantasy. That's what
Right.
that's what I was told. That's what I've been told.
I can imagine the people who told you that.
Hey, it's not very nice.
Seeing people that enjoy Westworld.
Wow.
Oh wow, jeez,
We're gonna be like that.
damn,
Seriously.
swinging for the fucking fences already.
I told you I'm on a roll since work.
Yeah.
Apparently, man. Good God.
Ow.
Oops.
Ignore me and the flying resin everywhere.
Fair enough.
This would be a lot cleaner and neater if I could find my jewelry saw, but I can't, so here we are. Brute force. I rarely have time to hobby, so I'm just gonna brute force our fucking way through this.
Sounds good.
Are we done waiting for John? I put official start time was 8:45.
Okay,
So.
we can start.
Yeah, let's get it going.
Do whatever.
Count
Okay.
you in.
Ready
Ready?
people if they want.
5,
Sure.
4, 3, 2,
18.
One.
25.
You're on.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of TFG Radio. Tonight, so far, we have myself, Adam. The snipping you hear in the back is Danny.
Son of a bitch, I fucked something up because you're saying that.
Nah.
Performing surgery on his Dimacarons.
Yeah. Hey. Norn assimilators, thank you very much.
They identify as Norn.
Jesus, I was going to make that dumb joke, but okay.
Well, that's what they are. That's what
All right,
they're
boomer. I'm converting them, thank you.
doing. Converting them?
This is a conversion, thank you very much.
Whatever.
When I get some bits, I'll swap some out, and it'll be fine.
So we'll see what the abominations look like.
I mean, they're just going to look like stunty little Demacarons. That's what they're going to look like, man. I don't know what else to tell you here.
Are they going to sing the Lollipop Gang song?
Kind of. I mean, why not?
Yes.
And tonight on the Wheels of Steel, we do have John.
Hello.
Unfortunately or fortunately, Tom is not with us right now. Still counts as being late, so it counts as not being on the show, even if he gets here late.
That's fair.
So I still have to get the running tab between John and Tom.
I mean, only one of us cares.
Well, one of you cares a lot that they keep on bringing it up to me.
Oh,
Every episode that they're on.
got it. Oh, that's fine. I guess.
So, John, yes, we know it's John. You don't have to say.
I know. It could be both. It's been a busy few weeks. We took a week off because no one was available. Our IT team was unavailable.
IT team.
Yeah, it's you and Tom.
Ah, got it.
So
I'm not sure I appreciate that, but it's okay.
that's fine. It's a raise without the pay.
Figures.
Where to start? So we had the Nova Open this last week. Well, which was literally last week, which gave us the previews. The big thing of it was the Space Marines, and basically everything was new. Everything that's old is new again, just
Hooray.
embiggened. New Chaplain and Terminator armor that's not as good as the older ones.
Nope, I have
think,
that
but
meme in the rotation. Let me hop those on up on the hopper. There we go. There we go. We got you here at TFG Radio.
And the now confirmed Assault Pack Marines, basically Assault Marines. And then they put the Terminators and the Stern Guard on multi-part kits are out. They put the Scouts, Primary Scouts, are now in their own kit instead of having to buy more Space Marines with the Black Templar box.
Yep.
And I think that was. Oh, there was the command. Yeah, the command squad, the new command squad.
Got it.
So, as always, pretty models. Almost makes you want to play Space Marines every time. So, but that's okay.
Almost.
Any thoughts on that, John? Other than like more Marines?
No, like literally, it's just more Marines. It's fine.
Danny, I know you don't care.
The Chaplain really is not very good. That Chaplain model stuff.
Damn.
He's very static.
Yeah.
Looking at it now.
I mean, GW makes a lot of pretty models, but he is. I mean, I don't think anyone would call him an ugly model, but he is certainly not what they can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's well below what they're capable of, so it's a bit of a disappointment. If I can get them cheap and get Tom to paint them, I mean, I wouldn't say no to some of the jetpack assault guys from my White Scar Army. Yeah, but that's about it.
I like the Assault Marines. I like the Scouts actually, and the command squad's good too. Yeah, I think the Chaplain's probably the weakest out of all the Marine.
No, definitely.
Marine
Definitely. I was very excited though for the AOS stuff for the Iron Jaws.
Moving on.
Big pig, big pig, big pig. Don't hate. I
can build a troll army now.
Yeah, see?
With plumber's butt.
Hey. Classic.
He's the king of the trolls,
Yep.
which I find hilarious. Get that model for John.
Hey.
I'm fighting words.
I mean, it's fine. I'll take it. It's okay.
Yeah, you have, what is it, a new war boss to go with the new squig. You get the orc fanatics, essentially. Orc fanatics.
You get the orc, the big orc fanatics, and
which are okay, but come on, you got to give the goblins something.
Yeah, and big pig. That's all I care about. Big pig.
And the what?
The big pig. Well, it was previewed way earlier, but like they're gonna have a new Iron Jaws that's like on a giant pig that can carry like 2 of them. So
yeah,
I'm excited about that.
Do you even have that army?
Yes, because my son does. He loves orcs, and he unfortunately was looking at my phone as I was like, skimming through the previews and saw the Iron Jaws, and he's like, "Oh, so we're getting those, right?" I'm like, "God damn it,
nah,
I can't afford this right now."
Yes, when you get your job,
yeah, exactly.
You get whatever you want.
Yeah, kind of time to get into like child modeling or something, kid. Pull some weight.
I didn't say when you'll get them, but you'll get them eventually.
Right.
They showed some Horus Heresy stuff with the Mark III.
Oh, right, Fulgrim.
The Daredeo. Why? That's at the end. That the Daredeo and I guess they're still in the box set with the Land Raider, the Mark III, and the Dreadnought. But like we mentioned before, I don't know who's going to buy it since all that stuff's Legends.
I mean, allegedly, according to the internet, like people do play Horus Heresy, but
yeah,
I don't know if that's actually true, right?
So, if they do, I don't know where they're at. They're not in the LA area.
Yep.
Nobody plays around us. At least not anymore. I think they mostly play at the GW store over in Monrovia.
No, that makes sense.
County. But they're out there somewhere, out in the wild.
The truth is out there.
I guess we can talk about Warcry for a little bit, only because I like the doggos.
Oh yeah, I mean, everyone loves a good doggo.
They're pretty neat. I like them. I don't know. I mean, they'll probably have rules for Age of Sigmar. I think they already stated that. So
yeah, all the Warcry stuff does. So,
and the ogre guys are a unit, I guess. I don't know.
I admittedly didn't pay that much attention to that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Well, I don't know. No, I'm sure some people did, and I'm happy that you're happy if that's the case.
Yeah, sure.
Vampires for Blood Bowl.
Oh, that's classic.
And then Deepkin for what's it? Underworlds that I forgot all about. I forgot that was a game.
Nice.
You and many other people.
And then finally they showed one model for the Old World, which is Lady of the Lake.
Which looks good. I mean, that's a great model.
Yes, they confirmed that it is resin.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
never mind.
Look at that.
Excitement plummeting.
Yeah. And then, more importantly, they showed Fulgrim Ascended.
Yeah.
For Horus Heresy, they're very explicit about that.
Yeah, they even said, it's like, sorry, this isn't for 40K. And it's like, oh wow.
Well, we have to get the shittier version for 40K. That's why.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah.
We could have just made this kit in plastic, but we decided to make this other weaker version in plastic for you for 40K.
It was going to be I don't know how you transport that anywhere, because those are a lot of thin parts in resin that look like they're going to snap immediately.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm assuming you'd have to make the wings, like magnetize the wings, maybe.
Even then, I don't know. Like, I mean, who knows what the connection points look like? Yeah, like that's just a lot of thin resin.
Yeah, that's why I don't like resin at this point. It's just it breaks too easily.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all.
So,
let's see.
So those were the previews. They didn't say a release date for Space Marines, but it'll probably be in the next couple of weeks since Tyranids are this weekend. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Looking forward to that, seeing what they do. We kind of saw what the Tyranids bring to the table, so we'll see what we'll start seeing them in the different tournaments and see how well they do. Danny, your quick thoughts on Tyranids? Your hot take on Tyranids?
I don't have the book in front of me. All I have is, the various reviews from content creators who are important enough, I guess, for GW to give free stuff to, which is not us. So, I think, as I was saying, like before we officially started, if you played a Gaunt list, right, the Gaunt carpet, I think you'll be happy because I think they have a lot of moves, a lot of speed, and even some, seems like a little bit of like, not just recursion, but a little bit of damage spiking potential, which is really great for a horde, right? When it's not just like, cool, I'm here and, try not to kill me. But if you can actually do some damage, that really tips things in your favor. So I think if you play a Gaunt list, I think you should be pretty happy. Crusher Stampedes, the big bugs are not like awesome. I think the only reason to ever run Crusher Stampede is if you're playing Harridan, because it's the only one likely to be like, oh, cool, I'm a little damaged. So I, the +1 to hit makes me better. I think it has moves. I don't think it is that much. It's improved over the index, but I don't think by leaps and bounds. Like I still would have I still think you're gonna have a real uphill battle against like Eldar, right? Like against the top of the top, you're still gonna struggle.
Well, I mean, it's not like the Data Slate hit Eldar hard enough or anything.
Yeah. Well, we'll jump to that conversation. But I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's flavorful. I really like the Norns. I think they're cool. They're just horridly overcosted for what they do, right? I just think they cost way too much. I think they need a good 30, 40 point drop, and then they'd see a lot more table time and actually be viable in a competitive environment. I still think it's weird Spore Mines can score. That just
we kept that in, huh?
Yeah. You can only make one Spore Mine unit now with a Biovore, right?
Okay.
So
why not?
you can't just max your secondaries easily, although you still can because Tyranids have a lot of reserve, and
right.
Raveners are still really cheap. Really, it's the Haruspecs where I'm like, man, they must, and the Exocrines, like, do they need to move this model? Because like a Screamer Killer is 170 points, and they're okay. A Haruspecs is just about as tough and does just about as much damage for 50 points less, right? Or 45 points less. So it's like, why not just take Haruspecs?
Right.
But I think, like I said, I think they're good. I think they're unfortunately going to be the first Codex syndrome of they're good for right now, but they will not stay relevant very long.
Right. Once everybody else gets their codexes,
I just, unless they somehow give them some way to boost their power, I just don't see it right now. I mean, maybe that's not to say someone can't do well with them. That's not to say you maybe can't win an event with them, but I don't think they're going to be the big, they're not going to be the big dog on the block. I'll put it that way. That's just not going to happen.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure all those tens of playtesters that they have make the
tens. That seems highballing.
Seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Wild Tom appeared.
Oh, you guys are
still counts as not being here for the count.
Mark me, you son of a bitch.
We've discussed this before, Tom. You have to be here at the start of the show for it to count.
I don't understand why you care so much.
It's because he knows. No, either of us. You care because you know how much I care. I find your authority irrelevant because the top of your head is now orange.
Because
it's on fire.
I don't care.
John.
This isn't about you.
I think the lady doth protest too much here.
Yeah.
Who, me?
I don't care. I'm cool. I don't care. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Isn't it cool how much I don't care?
Yeah.
No, it's generally
not caring.
When somebody's like that, it's generally not cool.
Mm-hmm. Again, I'm a big believer in if you have to quote unquote like things ironically, right, then you're just an idiot and a loser. Like you like what you like. Don't like things ironically. Just like things. And
or don't like things. You don't have to like things.
Yeah, or don't like things, right? Like.
Yeah. Now wait, does that allow for liking things in a guilty manner, like a guilty pleasure?
I don't think you should ever feel guilty about what you like. That's preference is preference, right? Like, you know.
I mean, I don't know. I can dig some shit up.
I mean, that's well, okay. If you're into like the weird expanded universe online of Sonic lore, then yeah, maybe you should talk to somebody about that. You know,
it's oddly specific.
Man, have you gone down that rabbit hole? My son was
but I've seen a couple.
It's a
things,
weird rabbit hole.
Yeah, my son has discovered how to Google things, kind of.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, it's like, oh, nope, Daddy's phone's back on. Thank you, give that here.
Yeah. No, that's that way lies danger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anywho, Tyranids are, it's one of those things. If I'll play them, I might see if I can bribe Jeff into letting me swap to Tyranids for the league.
You already done with your games?
No, I'm 3 of 5 right now. Just play my last 2 legs with Tyranids. Yeah, it's true, and I like playing Belly. But yeah, we'll see. And then if there's an RTT next weekend, because it's the 3rd Saturday, I would like to bring Tyranids and play since I actually have that Saturday off. So, but yeah, I mean it's Tyranids. I think there's going to be moves. I think there's going to be lists, but I don't think people have to be legitimately afraid of them. Maybe Gaunt Carpet if built right, just because I think a lot of people aren't built to handle that. No. Right? They just don't have the output.
I think anybody's built to handle that.
Yeah, because a lot of builds are towards like vehicles like knights and stuff right now. So we'll see what happens. Since we're moving in that direction, let's talk about the points first. So along with the balanced data slate, they did have the points adjustments. Tom, since you're here and you haven't spoken yet of significance, you can talk about your Space Marines.
Space Marines.
Now that everything's affordable.
Yeah, things did get a little affordable. I think ultimately there was nothing huge. Let me pull up. Let me pull up my files. Let me pull up my file real quick.
You mean your army builder?
My army builder. Well, actually, mine doesn't feel like it updated. But then again, maybe I don't.
You have to manually update it.
What?
Yeah.
That's not right.
You have to manually update it. I mean, I have the list up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find that stinking download. But should probably go to the link that says here's the download. I just remember looking at it and not seeing some nice changes, but nothing substantial. I think the biggest standout to me was Tiggy was like 80 points now, where before he is like 85, so a 5-point drop. Okay, I'm just an idiot. All right. Skip me. I'll come back in a second.
Oh my god. Okay. Danny, we already talked about Tyranids. Anything from the points that stuck out to you since they've changed like 10 times now?
The things that were going to get nerfed got nerfed a little bit. Like Tyrannifex, I think, was super stupidly over the top. You didn't need to nerf Tyrannifexes that much with the point increase. And same with High Tyrants. Like, I really don't think they were that like broken. Zone Throp's reasonable because they were really good. Again, my biggest surprise was the Hero Specs did not get touched, which is strange to me because I think it's like appropriately costed as opposed to overcosted. World Eaters got huge point drops. Like my hammer list is 185 points cheaper. So that would have been nice during hammer to have an extra armiger, maybe a Rika-Jigger to get like an extra armiger and then some like like another pack of dogs or something like that, right? Like having 2 more units would have really helped. I still don't think they're that great, but it's not as bad. And demons like Shalaxi getting an increase, I think was a little too much. 50 points on top of her, I think was just like.
I'm looking at the demons, and it's all red with increases.
Not all red.
I'm looking at the wrong one. I was looking at the Eldar.
Yeah, Eldar is the all like, and that
Eldar's
makes sense.
But
yeah, demons, like, they got.
It's mixed, but
but the good stuff got hit, which is like, I don't know if demons were that much of a problem, right? Like, I get increasing belly because he's a list archetype at this point, right?
Mhm.
Like,
it's him and Shellaxi.
Yeah.
That's the big.
Shellaxi, I think is still. I think at 400, I could see maybe 425 at the most, right? Like she fucks, like she will destroy something,
Yeah.
but I don't think she needs to be 450, right? I don't think she needs to be more than like a fighting knight. I just don't.
And the changeling went up to 90.
Yeah, that makes sense because a lot of people were just kind of tossing him in for stuff.
Yeah, that's not a big deal.
Yeah, like I'm not. I mean, it's nice. World Eaters are cheaper. I wish they would have lowered Corn Demons more because I feel like Corn Demons don't have the same speed as Slanesh and don't have psychic like good like they don't have like amazing shooting or anything, and their melee's fine, right? Like, so it would have been nice to see them get a little bit of drop. Nurgle did, thankfully, because Nurgle still does nothing though. It's like a great unclean one, 250 points. I'm like, cool, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
like it just doesn't do anything.
I mean, I use Nurglings, but they're just annoying,
Right.
basically. Which they do adequately. John,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they changed any points on yours. I think they made Canis Rex actually cheaper.
Yeah, because what they did was nerf a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, they didn't do anything to the points, at least in Chaos.
Yeah.
No,
Imperial,
some
they
War
changed
Dogs
it.
got more expensive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
They
Some of the
did.
War Dogs did. I think everything but the Carnivore. And
Oh, yeah,
whatever
they
one.
did. Yeah. The Brigands, the Executioner, the Huntsman.
All the good
Carnivore
stuff
got
got
cheaper.
more expensive, despite the fact that it was totally unnecessary.
Only 10 points.
Since Chaos Knights are, not great.
You don't play any other army right now, huh?
No. I mean, we have Eldar. I played Eldar at Hammer for a little bit, but it wasn't a good
I meant
Eldar
no,
list.
that's not real.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you.
For me, for Chaos, Abaddon went up. Obliterators went up. Land Raider actually went down. Boy. Sorry.
Land Raider went.
Legionnaires. Yeah. Legionnaires. The Legionnaires went down in points. Terminators actually stayed the same points. Vindicator went down points. Oh, the Forge Fiend went up like 15 points. So now it's like almost 200. Like what's 180? It's almost the same price as a Vindicator. But nothing too bad for me, at least for the list that I run. So slight changes, but
Fair enough.
So for my Space Marine list, after I checked things, I got back 30 points because Stern Guard went up a little bit, Infiltrators went down a little bit, and I saved some change on Ballistas, which is nice. So they're actually cheaper, which I like. But I checked some of the other stuff that I use, and I opened a previously 2,000 point Tau list that I had, and it's now clocking in at 1735.
Damn, really?
Nice.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean that stuff
Yeah.
got a lot cheaper.
Yeah, and I'm looking at a summary online of some of the key things. Riptides went down 55 points. Shadow Sun went down 40 points. Enforcer Battlesuit went 35 points down. Farsight's 30 points down. Pathfinders are 30 points down. Breacher teams are 20 points down. Broadsides and 20 points down. Crisis Commanders down 20 points. Devilfish is 20 points. It's just strike teams are now 80 as opposed to 100. Cold Star is 110 as opposed to 125.
Dang.
Crisis Battlesuits went down 15 points. I mean, and Ghost Keels are 160. I mean, the biggest thing that struck me just looking at all of this and looking at the list adjustment was, you're telling me Riptides are 180?
Oof.
How the hell is a Riptide 180 and a Screamer Killer's 170? What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
Well, because the Screamer because here's why. The Screamer Killer gets within 18 inches and it deals decent damage, and then it touches the Riptide. That Riptide's dead. The Riptide just needs to kill it before it gets within 18 inches.
Guess that's fair.
But I was joking to Adam, like, oh man, I'm really not clicking with Space Marines this edition. Maybe I should go back to Tau, and I feel like I just found my divine calling. I think it's time to bring the Circle of History back.
I mean, I mean, if Tau can hit decently, right? Like they're not like pillow fisted. So being able to just bring more of them seems like maybe they can do some work.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because the list I had built was a 6-man block of Crisis, a 3-man block of Crisis, 2 Ghost Keels, 2 Kroot squads, 2 Tetra squads, 2 Strike teams, 2 Devilfish, and 3 commanders. And that was 2,000 points. And now you're telling me I have 265 points left to play with? That's some big money right there. The other thing the other big, I mean, because I always forget how many armies I own. Leagues of Votann got a nice number of reductions, and their rules changed to be a little more powerful. So that's interesting. I haven't really dove into that, but I'll take a look.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Oh, is that something specific? Or I thought we were just going through armies and points and stuff. I guess just
no, because there's the rules commentary and the actual balance update. We haven't talked about them yet.
Oh, I see. So in terms of points, yeah, Grey Knights and Votann looked like they had some good drops. And so I was interested. I'm excited to see maybe if I can rekindle some list ideas for those. But I don't know. I'm seriously thinking about Tau again.
I'd run Tau with as cheap as that is.
Yeah.
Time to bring back the Triptide.
Yeah, I'm putting together a more vehicle heavy list and a 3 Forge Fiend list with still the 3 units of Obliterators for Tom.
God, I hate those Obliterators so much.
Did a Blitz go up?
They went up 10 points.
That's not bad.
That's not terrible.
So 170 instead of 160.
That's not the end of the world.
Nah, it's fine. Still take them. Abaddon went up 30 points.
Yeah, G-Man went up 30 points too. He's 380 now, like the Lion. Sad Bear.
Yeah. So we'll see. I worked some. I was telling John earlier. I worked my list up against you, Tom, and I dropped the Land Raider and the squad that goes in it. So instead, I bring a Vindicator, Predator Annihilator, and another unit of Nerdlings instead.
Oh, so. Okay.
Hey, at least you're not going to get assaulted turn 1.
Okay.
Maybe.
I shoot everything. Maybe. So moving on. We'll start with the rules commentary because there's only a couple changes in there. One is they clarified the eligible to shoot, basically saying that if you already shot, you're not eligible to shoot. I'm assuming that's because of Tau.
Yeah, I think there was supposedly some daisy chaining that you could get away with, where it was like, probably shouldn't do that. So yeah, that's probably what that's addressing.
And there was one other. Oh my god, the font is so small. There was one other thing that was like change like the aura from like 6 inches to 9 inches or some weird thing like that. But it wasn't anything too significant, I don't think. The big thing is what we're going to talk about in a little bit, which is all the core rule changes.
Huh.
That's the real. No, that's in the So in the balance day slate itself, in the core rules, they changed the number of the strats. The big thing is the devastating wounds, which is because of the way it's worded, it's still confusing a lot of people.
What?
Just know that the devastating wounds does 2 things. It cannot carry over, and no saves can be made against it because they're not mortal wounds. That's a big distinction.
Hmm.
So
My harpoons, my beautiful, beautiful harpoons.
Unfortunately, Danny's poon won't be able to slay as much anymore.
I know, right? Well, it's been out. Such as the times.
Oh well.
So
yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a good change.
The addition was fun while it lasted.
Dang, that was dramatic and fast.
Yeah, and, I mean, it's a good change. Like, the only thing that seems kind of weird about it is there's not really a lot of ways to do mortal wounds in general anymore. Like outside, like they replace things like smite and psychic powers that did mortal wounds with guns a lot of times that were devastating wounds.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, well, what's the point of all the mortal wound defense? Right? Like,
yeah, yes. I guess it's just for like explosions.
Yeah. Oh, yay. Yay.
What is the point? What's the point
that's a big change. They changed how the 0 CP stratagem works, in that it only works on what's it called? Battle tactics.
Battle tactics, yeah. And then made it like a low key. Oh yeah, that's not a battle tactic anymore for this, this, and this.
Yeah, basically. Which is fine. Let me give an example. It's whatever. It stops the daisy chaining of the different playing the same strat like 10 times or whatever. Because they even addressed that with stratagems that could be used more than once per phase or turn. They changed Overwatch, in which you cannot target a Titanic unit with this stratagem.
What? Again,
rip Flamer.
The Poon Knight? Come on.
I know, like they're just really like, you know what? You suck. No one played you, and no one's gonna play you.
Seriously, right? What the heck is that?
And the enemy unit has to be visible.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And that's fine. That's fair. Like, I don't see a problem with that.
Excuse you.
Yeah.
Talk about fair. We're talking about Warhammer. Remember asking about fairness.
Yeah, both knights really took a hit with this one, because now there's no, it saves you CP, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, guys.
Right, guy. Yeah.
I don't like this conversation any longer.
Insane bravery is only once per battle.
That's interesting.
Which I didn't know was a thing. So,
I think it may not be as much of a thing necessarily as it is like they want, morale and battle shock to be more impactful than it is currently, because in those key moments where it's like, oh, that one thing can't oh well, I'll just
because it's a different phase.
I mean, maybe
for abilities that cause battle shock.
There's that, and then when you get to the battle shock in your command phase, you can roll it, see if you fail, then play it currently.
Oh, right, because now you have to play it before you roll.
Yeah, there's that, and then I think honestly, it's just like if you've got a leadership that's dealing if you got an army that's doing a lot of leadership damage, like say, Chaos Knights. Yeah. There's going to be that one army where it's like, all right, well, I only really care about this one group of dudes passing morale, and guess what? I've got Insane Bravery. I can just save for that.
Yeah. Just thought it was weird. I'm not sure about the morale mechanic in general, because I don't know. It just feels like it's still just like the 8th and 9th. It still feels like it doesn't matter.
Sure.
Yeah, you can't use stratagems. Okay, whatever. But I can still do everything else. Or I can't hold an objective. Okay, boo-hoo. Depending what the unit is. So it just seems weird. Should just bring back Falling Back. And then what was the power, John? Fear the darkness.
Fear the darkness. Bring back fear of the darkness.
Another big thing they brought is the change to visibility with ruins. Essentially, if you played at LSO, you played with this rule already. So, hey, you're welcome.
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting story.
So, which is basically all the ruins have obscuring, and a towering model just needs to touch that ruin to be able to see over it. An aircraft can still see through anything, but nobody cares because nobody brings aircraft. So
Correct. Correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
you're welcome, 40K.
I don't remember everybody saying please or thank you.
They never do, John. They never do.